11.2 probability. I can find the probability of an event.
Well done, Sharon. Everyone give Sharon a hand. All right, so probability is a big deal. The formula for probability is circled here now in green. On the count of 3, could you please read the probability formula to me? 1, 2, 3.
Number of favorable outcomes over number of total possible outcomes.
Good. So if I were to flip a coin and I wanted to know the probability of it landing heads up, what's my favorable outcome? What's my favorable outcome?
1 out of 2.
What's my favorable outcome? I want to know the probability of it landing heads up. What's my favorable outcome?
1 out of 2.
You're not listening to me, and you're also not understanding the last lesson. I just asked you for the favorable. What is the favorable event? The favorable outcome? Heads. Thank you. That's all I'm looking for. So I'm looking for a heads. So my favorable outcome would be a head. How many possible outcomes are there when I flip a coin? 2. A head or a tail, right? So what's the probability of flipping a head? Well, if head is the only favorable outcome, and there's only one way to get a head, you would write a 1. And if there are 2 total possible outcomes, we would write it over 2. Yes or no?
Yes.
I know that is extremely simplistic, but we've got to understand exactly why it is what it is. Remember I told you, when dealing with probability, think about a coin. There's only one outcome that can happen, and there's 2 possibles. That would be your fraction. One that can happen, numerator, possibles, denominator. Do we need to talk about these 4 words? Impossible, certain, unlikely, likely. Do you understand the meaning of those 4 words?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone's eyes should be up here. We're not looking anywhere but up here at the screen. A fair spinner means what? Tommy, what does a fair spinner mean?
That it is every single thing is equal. Like it can happen each time.
So if I were to spin this, I would have an equal chance of getting a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4, right?
Yeah.
So would a typical coin be a fair coin?
Yes.
A head or a tail could happen, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So on the fair spinner, I asked you some questions, and I phrased the questions using our probability language. What's the probability of spinning an odd? Everybody?
1/2.
And this means probability, and inside parentheses is our, what's this called inside the parentheses? Odd, but what's that called? It's called an event. So the event is an odd. So what's the event in here?
Less than 1.
Can we ever get a less than 1?
No.
So that would be what?
Impossible.
Okay. So what's the probability of getting a 0?
Impossible.
What's the probability of spinning something greater than 1?
3, 4.
Then we're okay with converting between decimals, fractions, and percents, right?
Yes.
Good. Number 7. 45% chance of winning a raffle. 800 people entered. Some of you did it this way. You just found what 45% of 800 was, and remember, percents are based out of one whole, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 45 hundredths is our decimal. This is the way that I want you to truly understand how to do it, though. We have 45 out of 100 people that will win. We did 800, had 800 people enter. Can we figure out how many won?
Yes.
Because they should be proportionate, right?
Yeah.
We used our bubbles to figure it out because we knew that 100 times 8 was 800, and 45 times 8 gives us 360 people. Problem number 8 is no different. Problem number 8 is no different. Instead of giving you a percentage, we gave you a decimal. Yes, no?
Yes.
Questions?